Yeah, it's funny because I've been working on this like editing workflow series for a while, and I was having a hard time getting the first part done, which is all about file management. And I'm not going deep into the rabbit hole of it, but like if we're gonna talk edit, like we gotta start with how you organize your shit, basically, right? But the thing was, like, I guess I was trying to ramble it unscripted, thinking that like I would be able to do it. I think I tried to shoot it like 10 times, and just like every time I was just like blah, 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 blah.
You know, it's the ugly necessity of all of this. People want to make videos and blah blah, but they feel it when they choose between a 256 gig or you know what I mean on their these kind of things. But bruh, if you really want that smoke and you want to start a channel or something, it's like buying a camera. You also have to think about the lens, the battery, the mic, the stand. Like there's all these other things. Mm-hmm. So if you want to make a video, one thing that's just always overlooked is data management, data storage.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're like, 2-3 months into doing this thing,
disaster.
All your stuff starts spilling out. You can't find this file. You can't find that file. I say this as someone who has lost files, and I know. We know there's spillage. I believe we call it spillage. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Admittedly, yes.
How many gigs went down the drain?
Been other people's files that I've lost.
Me too.
Sorry for that. Sorry.
Me too. It's gone.
Well, if I lose my own, I'm like most of the time, I'm like whatever. Like that's my own fault. No,
I know it was somebody else.
Nobody else. It was somebody else. You like gotta go talk to him. You're like, I don't know what happened.
Hey,
but
here's some Zippy's chili.
You sure you sent that to me? You sure it was on that drive you had me
didn't you drop the memory card when you handed it to me?
Was it in water before? Because I don't know what happened, but
I couldn't
everything
read it.
you were supposed to give me, I don't have. Nah, not that bad, but I mean, to the point of organization, I think is a barrier that a lot of us creatives think prohibits us from being creative. But actually, what I've learned, committing to being a filmmaker and doing video, like, as a profession, is that actually the more organized I am, the more freedom I have with my creativity. And I think that's something that gets really mixed up.
Because fucking said
it's hard to, like, accept that in the beginning. Because in the beginning, you're like, you've probably been creative as a hobby most of your life, So you're like, you just go with the flow.
There's no discipline.
And you're like, that's always worked for me. But then you start taking on clients, you start doing professional work, like you need more organization and more structure, And you have flexibility. You can be adaptive within your structure, but the only way you're going to generate consistent results and I think be actively progressing is really paying attention to how organized you are with everything.
So how you okay? We don't have to go in the weeds, but a lot of people who are still with us is like people like us. So I can ask this question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
everyone who's not like us, they skip
long gone. Long gone.
Yeah. We said we were gonna geek out.
They're watching that Scorsese movie right now. Yeah. Like, that's what goes wrong.
It wasn't Ray Liotta. It was Pacino. What is he talking about?
One of them.
Excuse me.
What I do year, month, day. So year, month, day. So year _ 2-digit, month _ 2-digit, day _ client _ project _ and then part.
As your root folder.
No, the root folder would be, so like on my desktop then?
Yeah. Or your NAS or...
all of the above. It's basically...
Wherever it is, basically, right?
Project or client.
Yeah, that's my root folder.
And then within that, it's the same for everyone though.
Yeah.
So you have the dates the way, or the folders the way I just said. But then you also have a folder for just all for me, Final Cut Pro libraries that are active. And when I'm done with those projects, I put them in another folder, Final Cut Pro. I say Vault because I compress those library files. I put them in a Vault.
Oh, I see. Dope.
Yeah.
So like the project file, is that the project file for Final Cut?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's
so
all
you compress those and then backlog those. Ooh, that's smart.
So compressing those after I'm done with it, or sometimes if you gotta bring it out, you gotta bring it out. But like for my NAS, for whatever reason, the system I'm using and stuff, it's easier to upload those zip files than it is the actual FXP, ML, whatever files. So that's one reason, and then the other reason is Final Cut Pro, man. Y'all gotta figure this out. Making shots fired. Here we go. No, look. I've been riding with them more than 10 years. So
yeah.
But the amount of unnecessary files that they make when you import, I know even if you say leave files in place when you import, there's still, when you go, show package contents, you go in, like I should like just put B-roll of this process because
you
know what I mean?
Like
I might have to, yeah. But you go to a library, you can double click on it, and then you go show package contents. And when you go in there, you go into the library that you just worked on, and then it's just a folder directory from there. And then from there, you go to look at shared files, render files, transcoded media, and all of these like high quality media, and all these other folders that Final Cut, this program, creates as you create a library and import files. Shitloads of gigabytes of data. Even if you say like when you have the option to import, when you import, you have the option of leaving files in place or making a copy to wherever the library is located.
the project folder is.
If it's on my
Final
if
Cut,
it's on my work computer, it'll be on there, right?
Yeah.
If it's on a SSD, whatever, scratch this.
So you can edit from wherever it's living currently, or you can make a copy of it to live within your project folder somewhere in Final Cut in the folders.
Right. But
I see.
There's just so much data. So now that's just part of my workflow. And I would have never even had this. I would have never been able to say this unless I was just the amount of gigabytes that I create every week for the last, 18, 20, no, probably more like 3 years it's not gone down. It's only gone up.
Yeah.
That's why I have a NAS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, because I'm there and I'm like constantly moving hundreds, if not terabytes worth of
That's why you
data.
can compress them too.
Now I'm finding this out just by doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, just this week is already 700 gigs. And then plus all of this, I'll get close to a terabyte.
Imagine this, dude.
Well,
Are these on 4K?
No.
Okay.
That one is.
Okay, so you got one. Okay.
One is 4K.
Yeah.
Because this is the one
This is
also
the one
like,
you're gonna
I like to use
flexibly
this
go.
angle
Yeah.
for the tall videos, right?
Smart.
If I use this angle for the tall videos, like all head in the phone, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? People like holding my face in
Like this, you're like,
yeah, freaking captions on my nose and shit. You know what I mean? So I like to use.
Yeah, but this is all data,
dude.
It's all data.
So much
Hours of it at a time.
So being organized is a necessity that comes along with like the more and more you do it.
With scale, especially
of
any and in any form or fashion too. It doesn't matter if the size of the scale. Like if you want to do more, you better learn to be organized now.
Have to.
And I've learned this the hard way too. Like because I thought a year and a half ago I was being organized, and I opened up a project. I don't know, it was a few months ago, but I opened up one of my first like projects flying under the Tev Media flag. And I was like ashamed of myself. I was like,
everything's
what
everywhere.
is going on in here?
Yeah.
This and that was the file organization wasn't terrible, but bruh, when I opened that Premiere project, I was like, I just felt ashamed. I was like, I'm like disgusted. How did I get anything done?
That's like
working like this.
You can tell a lot about a person if you look at their desktop. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, you one of them? All right.
Yeah.
Everybody checking their desktop.
Digital here,
Bruh.
like,
or even well, I guess it keeps it nice and tidy. This automatically.
I think it's funny when people are like, "Man, I was just too lazy to create a separate folder." So you're too lazy to go click,
name,
enter, and then like highlight, drag. Like
no.
I've said it before too, but like I just think to myself like, or someone says they're too lazy to do something on their phone, like so you're too lazy to just go like this.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing anything, It's wild.
Bruh, they just drag and drop. I'm like, then again, you just know that if you're only dealing with a gigabyte of who knows, you know what I mean? Like whatever, to each its own, but I understand the thing about being organized with data is that it's all in your head, because it's almost like you heard of the idea of a mental castle, mind castle, memory castle. I'm messing it up, but it's basically like way to memorize information. Is you're imagining, like you'll attach information to imagery, and the imagery is something personal to you. So you'd say like, I'm building the first floor of my mansion, and as I grab the red doorknob on this door, I associate that with enter memory that you want to memorize. Okay. Somebody's name, a date, a birth date, or something.
it.
So you're just associating memories with something that you're building in your head. So it's like you build your own memory castle, like Legos, but in here, and each block is kind of a memory. And that in doing that, it helps you memorize things. And you can go like find a memory now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what was that? And then you go like think, okay, it was second floor.
Damn, so it's like a mental database.
Yeah.
Like a mental archive.
You have like Matrix style, when like all the aisles. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of like that. It feels like that when I'm thinking of terabytes worth of information. I need shelves.
Yeah.
I need some sort of way to handle things. And then once, like we're saying, like the parent folder, right? Let's say it's client name. In each client folder, it's like almost like DNA, like what is it, ACTG or whatever. Like within there, I know I can find this. Digital assets, logo, client submitted data, exports, like like all of these.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Templates are in each one. And then when I go in those,
you know exactly where everything is.
I know what else is going to be in
digitally.
If I go into digital assets, I know when I open that, I'm going to have stock video, stock music.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
that's exactly it. 100%.